Hi everybody, it's been a while. I've been doing a lot of racing, a lot of foiling and testing the Nor stick, and I'll get back to that in another video. I haven't ever had a real foil board, so I've used this old Formula which I bought 2.5 years ago for approximately 200 euros, and it has held up really good. I've showed you the repair in the close to the mast rack, how I did that. Now I have the same problem on the other side of the mast rack. The deck has gone soft. I'll show you how to fix that, all the steps. But yesterday I was foiling. I've really been doing a lot of foiling, and I had an foil board on order. Now I have another one on order since nobody can deliver, but more about that in another video. But what I did when I got the board, I made a aluminum plate to fit here, and then I made, because the box go all the way to the deck, and then to support the foil I put a wooden block in the box so it has something to push against. But with the IQ foil, which I'm using for course racing and stuff, the problem is that it just has so much power and it's way in front. So in the end, yesterday, both my repair and the deck caved in. I'll show you a close-up. So how to repair this without putting a new foil box in and stuff. I have a new foil board on orders, but I still want to fix this to have a spare board, and also it's still a pretty good board, and it's really nice to learn new things and don't have to worry if you break something, you can just fix it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out here the deck above the box. Then I'm going to get the wooden block that I had to get that one out. And then I will show you how I can fill the top of the box with epoxy with filler, so it hopefully fits the foil perfectly. And then we will, after that, we will grind down the deck over here, and then we'll put some layers of carbon over here to reinforce, so all the pressure from the box get loaded on a bigger area, so it's not just here at the front screw. So hopefully it will work. Hopefully I'll have a success and I won't bond the foil mast to the box, but we'll see. I never tried it before, but I'll take you along the way and show you the steps, and I'll just show you a close-up of the box and how it's been moved up, so bear with me. So we'll just put some zoom on, and as you can see from that angle, it's just been slightly raised here. But it of course ended my session because the angle of the foil was totally off, so had to stop. So I'll just do some repair now. Yeah, so now I've got it all cleaned up, taking away a bit of the foot pad. That's where I'm gonna glue the carbon, all this area, to support it. Now I just have to, you can see now there's an open gap all the way through the fin box. There's a hand over here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick the foil, put some wrapping on it first, stick the foil through, and then make some channels with an old broken batten. I'll show you. And then I'm gonna fill the void from the foil up to the top of the fin box with epoxy and microfiller, and then I'm gonna let that dry. And then afterwards, maybe tonight, I can put carbon layer all over here in order to have some better support. But I think actually already just filling all this with epoxy will support very well, but now some of the deck has been pushed up, so we'll have to do some carbon. But actually nice to see that there actually was carbon layers in the deck on this old nice board. So yeah, I'll be working on and showing you some pictures. Yeah, so now I think I have it evened out, just at the angle I want to go to, and then yeah, I'll show you some more in a little bit. Yep, so now you can see I've just put the screws in and yeah, aligned the board and the mast of the foil and put some carbon tubing around, degreased all of it. And you can maybe able to see that it's shiny down there. No, but you can see the protective plastic film over the foil head. So now just have to mix epoxy and micro balloons, and then I can pour it up to the top of the fin box, and then it can cure, and then we have a perfect top in the. We should have a perfect top in the fin box. Yeah, so right now I'm mixing the epoxy and put some micro balloons in, and then I'll fill it down in the hole. The final mix, nice and gray. That's it for now. Now we'll let that cure, and then we'll do some carbon work when this has all set. So yeah. Oops. Hello everybody, and now we're gonna fix the soft deck. We have like an issue here. You can probably hear it, but it's soft just a little bit here, not much. So I'll show you a quick and easy way to reinforce it. So just take the drill, so now we have some holes in the deck, and now we're gonna take this liquid foam. It's a 2-part job. I've used it for some years, so it's starting to harden a little bit. And then we take a one-way syringe, pour the one part in. I'll go for like 3 milliliters, and then the other part, have to wear gloves. Then quickly mix it, put the piston this one in, and then you quickly take every second hole. You don't have to do them all. It will just, because the defect is so big, it will just push up through the other holes. So I'll just put on some gloves and then we'll do this. So the big moment of truth, the epoxy has hardened up. Just hope that the film around the foil has protected it. I'm not sure, I just loosened these and they demanded like a serious amount of force, so I'm guessing some epoxy would have fallen into the foil. Hope not. We'll see. It can make it out of the basement anyway with the foil attached. So I have to separate it down here. This is gonna be exciting. This is not good. So I've spared you for a little bit of board violence, but I think after some heavy moving around, it is probably gonna go out now. What has happened is a little bit of epoxy has gotten down here and here. I can drill it out, no problem, but it's enough to make the box, the foil, completely stuck. But now it's free, and that's really nice, and I'm sweating like I don't know. So now you can see we got a really nice. Now I have to take the plastic separator out. We got a really nice bottom in epoxy, and now I just have to make some fine-tune the deck, make some carbon sheets to take the torque pressure of the fin box. And so now I've been drilling out or taking back the excess of the carbon battens that provided the channels for the screws, but there's some epoxy in them, so I'm taking an 8mm drill, just drilling them out here. And as you can see, a lot of residue has gone into them, so probably be a bit better to do some wax separation also. Then you won't have the same kind of troubles that I have been going through if you choose to do this way. Anyway, in the future every proper board will have a foil box. So yeah, now we'll just quickly turn to the deck repair. So there we'll also need the drill. This is how it's looking now. Now I'll just take a knife, cut it down, and then I will drill just 3 or 4 millimeters down in each hole, and then I'll put epoxy in the holes, and then we'll have a watertight seal, and on top of that I will put sugar, because it gives a nice, so you don't slide around on the board, it gives a really nice surface. So just with the knife first. It's pretty solid now. This doesn't mean this out. This here is rock hard. And then quickly just drilling back just a little bit. So now it's ready for epoxy. When I mix the epoxy for the fin box reinforcement, I will also use it here, so nothing gets wasted. And then I'll just have to find my sugar also. Just one moment. So now we're ready to cut some carbon. I've made a little piece to put here, and then we'll just make some bigger pieces to go on the back here. I think, I hope 3 layers will be sufficient, but maybe some experts can tell me otherwise. To fit here. And then I'll just make 3 more of those, and then we'll epoxy it on. Yeah, so now I'll just degrease the deck one last time, and then we'll put on some gloves, mix the epoxy, and here I'm not going for pretty, it's an old cheap board, so I'm just going for durability, not looks. So. And always get laminating epoxy, it's much thinner, much more fun to work with. One last layer, and then we'll put some sugar and then some wrapping, and then I'll show you how to press it down to get it really nice. And the sugar, of course, will dissolve when in water, but then you get a nice anti-skid surface. And then because the curve is bending a little bit, I was thinking putting some bean bags on the repair and then weighing them down with my, yeah, you can see me in my, well, I forgot to push the ball a little bit that way. Now we have 20 kilos there. do this, then we'll sugarcoat it, and then that repair is finished. So the soft deck's easy if you don't want it pretty. Yeah, hope you can see me, otherwise it doesn't matter. Just want to say now we have done the 2 repairs. Now we just have to wait like approximately 20 hours for it to cure. So that's it. I will show you the finished product, and then hopefully I can go sailing with it tomorrow. This is day 3 of the, what should you say, build or repair. And now it has had time to cure, and let's check the different repairs out. I haven't tested them, so we'll just have a look. So the first one is the deck repair, and you see when the sugar goes away with water, it's actually pretty fine. Way prettier than the one I did here. That looks kind of shitty. This one it's actually difficult to see, but you can see it a little bit. But it's a nice rough surface, just like we wanted. So I'm happy with that one, and rock hard. So we move to the rear. I just have to remove the weights, and then we'll have a look. It's pretty good. Now let's unwrap the whole thing. It's looking really solid also. I have made some few with the nails. You saw it earlier on where I have to drill through the deck, and then I have to cut off the excess over here and then make it nice. And I'll just do that, and then I'll have to cut off a little bit up here, maybe. Of course I will go test it like I test a lot of other things, then we'll see. But I just clean this up, and then I'll show you a picture of the finished product. So just trying to clean it up nicely here. There's a lot of sharp edges and stuff, so it's actually pretty fine. Yes, so the epoxy hasn't set totally. It's still a little bit on the soft side. That was why I was able to cut off the excess carbon pretty easy. So now I'll just leave it to harden, and then I'll drill the holes here and here, and then I'll go test it when we get some wind again, and then I'll do a short video on how the repair is holding up, if it works. Until then, if you're not sure, don't do it, but I'm pretty sure this will work.